Thank you. Are you representing on behalf of the government that you're not going to prosecute anyone prior to 2017? Anyone who wasn't a felon or disqualified for some other reason?
I am. ATF made very clear in enacting this rule that anyone who turned in their bump stock or destroyed it before March of 2018 would not face prosecution. As a practical matter, also, the statute of limitations for this offense is 5 years. So in a month, the statute of limitations would be gone. We have not prosecuted those people. We won't do it. And if we tried to do it, I think they would have a good defense based on entrapment by itself.
Second, the back and forth here leads me to believe that at best there might be some ambiguity. Now the question is, what's the best reading? And we have a whole slew of doctrines that talk about that with respect to that we shouldn't render statutes ineffective by an interpretation. That's not the best reading, correct?
Correct, exactly.
And I think we've said that as far back as 1824.
In the Emily, exactly.
In the Emily case. And so I think your position is, if anyone's in doubt about this interpretation, that not including something that basically you hold in your hand and you let the recoil move it back and forth, if that's not automatic, then it doesn't make any sense that this is not a machine gun, correct?
That's part of our argument, absolutely. And it's not just this device. I mean, we cite a number of the examples, and there are many more, of things that people have done to try to get around the ban on machine guns. And accepting some of the interpretations that my friend is offering today would legalize not just bump stocks, but those devices as well.
One final question. Justice Barrett said something about she hoped Mr. Mitchell would explain something about why there was a difference in the functioning between the belt and the gun. Could you go through that again so that I think I understand it, but
Of course. So as I acknowledged and as the ATF explained in the rule, it is possible to do bump firing, meaning that the rifle moves back and forth and bumps against your stationary finger. An expert can do that without any assistive device at all. And you can also do it if you have a lot of expertise by hooking your finger into a belt loop or using a rubber band or something else like that to hold your finger in place. We don't think those things function automatically because the definition of automatically, I think everybody agrees, is by means of a self-regulating mechanism. That's what a bump stock is. It's a device that is purpose-built to harness the recoil energy of the gun, to automate the process of releasing the trigger, to move the rifle back just the right distance in just the right direction so that the trigger resets, and then to ensure that the rifle moves forward again, just the right distance, just the right direction. We think the cycle that's created by that means is by means of a self-regulating process. It's possible to do the same thing with a lot of manual work and manual control and expertise, but that's not unusual to say that something can be done automatically by a device if you eliminate a lot of manual movements that someone like an expert could take to do this.
Can I ask you